Next in. What's up? What's up? What's
Hello.
up? How you doing? We feeling good today.
We feeling great. I'm over here laying down like, when they gonna call me?
I know on Instagram, you know everything that's been going on. They was even messing
I
with
know.
with Teddy Riley and Babyface the other day. I was like, man, I wish, but I'm glad to have you here. Glad to have you here.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate this. I'm so blessed to be a part of your page, HBCU Plus, y'all. What they do.
That's great. Like we're gonna get into this song. We're gonna get right into it because I'm from the Carolinas, and
Yeah.
your alma mater, St. Aug. We're gonna talk
So
about
where at in Carolina? Where at?
Raleigh, North Carolina. So I was right down the street.
Oh, come on, Raleigh. So you up the street from St. Aug, Shaw.
Right up the street. That McDonald's right there, you know what I'm saying? Right with the convention center. I already know how you feel this.
Come on, convention.
Exactly.
Yes, I love my HBCU.
Love it. So we're gonna get right into it. So with you being an artist and a comedian, having the best of both worlds, what do you prefer people to call you? Pretty V or Vinny? Which one? Is there a difference? Is it?
It's no different. It's just, again, I think people just say I'm all, because before I was branding Pretty V, it was Vina E. Mm-hmm. So I prefer Pretty V because I want to brand it and get me to brand it. So yeah.
I see you got a lot of stuff going on. So you're an artist. I think. What else do you do outside of being a comedian and being an artist? What else do you do in your daily life?
Oh my God, entrepreneur. I mean, a spiritual guru, like not even guru, but just a spiritual person, I mean, Again, I do music, I do comedy, I'm an entrepreneur, I have my own business in City Trend. So, I mean, it's just a lot of things that I have my hands involved in. So
that's good. I see that you're from Miami, Florida. Moving to the Carolinas, how was that as far as the culture?
Oh my God! First of all, when I moved from Miami, I went to South Carolina, so that was a big change. I mean, it's so country. I'm like, this is too much. Then moving from South Carolina, I went to Raleigh. Oh my God, I loved it because of when that made me get to school, meet people, meet my friends that I have for 10 years now, from college. Like, it was crazy. And then leaving Raleigh, I went to Charlotte. So I was already always in the Carolina area, and then moved to Atlanta, so just back and forth from Atlanta and Miami.
That's good. So I know you. I want to talk about a little bit.
When I tell you this smile and these teeth of yours is pearly white, you better come on, smile.
I appreciate that. Let's talk about some of that undergrad time at St. Aug. So why did you choose St. Aug in the first place, and what's some valuable lesson that the HBCU community just taught you?
Definitely. For me, when I went to Raleigh was just like a place that I want to change. Coming from Miami and South Carolina, it was definitely a big change. And leaving South Carolina is like a big circle. It's so small. So I was like, you know what? I never been to Raleigh. Don't even know what's in this city. So let's go. And what drawn me to St. Aug was the radio program, the mass communication program. Like, I was mass communication / broadcasting. So radio really was just like, oh, they got a radio station? I'm there. It was A&T, it was Howard, it was all the other schools. I said, you know what? I like how intimate it is. I like how private it is. I'm pretty sure I'll take over this campus. They gonna know me. And I did all that and more. So I started doing radio when I was a sophomore, and they wanted to put me in the radio program when I was a freshman, but they told my mom I couldn't do that. So I had to wait my sophomore year. So it taught me so much. It taught me to be a lady, know how to come from, playing, but then knowing it's a time and a place for people to take you seriously. They taught me how to have, to be determined, to be hungry, to go for what you love to do. And again, I want to say to everybody out there that wanted to get into school, HBCU is the best way, honey. Because it's going to teach you. It's going to teach you the culture. It's going to teach you where we come from. It's going to also teach you to know your worth. Know your worth in this business as an entertainer. So my alma mater taught me so much.
Right. And I'm a journalism student myself. I work at 102 Jams, and I go to NC. So I know radio, especially in college, is great. So let's talk a little bit about Lounge 22. How did you come up with that in your internship at V103?
Oh my God, Lounge 22. I had called my cousin and I said, I want to do Lounge. She was like, just say 22. And I said, girl, is that a dude that you talk to number on the back of their jersey? I don't know. She's talking about, girl, yes, just say 22. So I came up with that name at calling my cousin and asking her, what should I come up with? So Lounge 22 came from my cousin. And B103 was a dream internship for me because I love Tigger. I love the whole culture in Atlanta. And I was like, you know what? I want to get in the door like this way. Even if I got to start, I wanted to do everything. Even if I got to start being in trafficking, if I'm doing promotions, marketing, whatever it is, I know I'm going to be on air one day. So that experience in itself, it took a lot because I had to like move around some places in Atlanta to really get to my internship. So it was a lot, but I thugged it out. I kind of blocked every negative vibe that came my way because I had to get to this internship. I remember driving past where I used to park my car at, and I didn't have no gas money, and I had no money to pay for the little toll thing, the gate thing. And I was like, you know what? I had to ask the gas station man at Shell. I said, please, if you could just hold my car here, I got an internship. I can't be late for it, please. And he did it. So it was a lot to get to where I'm at today.
Yeah, the first time I saw you was at Honda this past year when y'all did. I was in band, so I saw the.
Oh, you seen the Honda?
Oh yeah, Honda. We was turned up at Honda. I was excited and I was just like, wow. Like I was just like, wow. So I never thought interviewing today was just kind of crazy. But you know,
it's all a part of manifestation too. Because let me tell you something. When I did a skit about my Honda Civic, I got a booking with you guys 2 days later saying, oh, Honda wants you to come out. So we just all God, it's the manifestation. Just because we play all day, them dreams come true.
It is. That is true. And I know you do a lot of touring as far as HBCUs, but what is one HBCU that always brings that energy when you come perform? Like, what's that one that you're like, okay, I love coming here?
I mean, well, you know, I got to say my alma mater, St. Augustine's University.
I like it.
Period. But you already know sometimes it's that FAMU. Sometimes it's that Aggie.
Okay.
You know, that Central, that Winston-Salem brings it. So, yeah. I mean, again, it's just that HBCU going to bring it regardless. Any school we go to, they going to bring it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because we just cut different out here. And I think...
Yeah, we just cut different.
Cut different out here. And then I think one thing that's really cool to me as far as women in comedy, and how do you feel like y'all changed the dynamic? Because now it's more prevalent than ever.
Well, we changed it because we look at these dudes and say, whatever you could do, I could do better. You know, and I think that it's now for us women to take that ball, take that charge. Eddie Murphy did what he's supposed to do. Martin did what he's supposed to do. The list goes on and on. Now it's time for us women to step in, and they have. You know, shout out to the Moniques, shout out to the Lunels, shout out to all the legendary comedians that have came before me, and I love them down. But again, it's so many of us now that we are in charge, and we should continue to keep bidding that bar and setting that standard for the next person to come in and do what they have to do. Absolutely.
Coming on the Wild N Out season 11, how did that change your career, shape it as far as opportunity and just everything, people you met?
What's so crazy is I'm such a fan of Nick Cannon. So everything that I've done is manifested. So again, I did season 9. I tried out for season 9. I didn't make it. They called me back season 11. Now this is my 6th season. So just really hanging with the DC Young Flies, the Carlos Miller, the Chico Beans, the B. Simones, the list goes on and on. Justine the Valentine, Hitman. Like, I was a fan of this before getting on the show. So we are such a big family. We help each other. That girl, J. Cole, like, these are like my peoples. Like, we just don't talk on stage. We talk. We have a group chat. We make sure everybody's good. Like, it was a dream come true. I wasn't ready season 9, so I was happy that I got declined because I wanted to get myself together internally. So when season 11 came back around, I knew I was prepared.
That's good. That's really good. I mean, sometimes God says just not right now. He doesn't say no. He just says not right now.
Honey, a delay is never denied.
Exactly. I'm a firm believer in that. So that's good to know. But let's talk about this new hit single. What's up? What's up with it? So how did you come up with the name and the idea of Booty Squeeze? What's
Booty Squeeze just really came about just having fun, and like, ladies, this girls just twerking. They put their own remix together with it, you know, like whatever it is. But I want you to clench your booty when you do it. So it really, me and my producer were just like, let's just do something fun for everyone in these times, like this big pandemic that's going on. People are at home. I mean, I know some of y'all can't even finish out college. I know some of y'all can't even finish out the school year. high schools can't even go back to school. So it's like, this is for the TikTokers. We just wanted something feel good. We wanted an ass to be shaking. We just wanted it to be fun. And that's what we came out to do. And it's been really, really good.
That's great. So growing as an artist, from the time you released Yo What Up to the time you released Booty Squeeze, how do you feel like you've grown?
I feel good about everything I've done, because at the end of the day, when I did the Yo What Up and I did the Annie and the Follow Me Hoes, those 3 songs, now I'm like, now I'm getting it. Now I know my lane. Now I really get like why I'm in this lane of just comedy, because I always put my comedy in my music. You know, back then I was just chanting like, yo, what happened? Yo, what up? What they do? Like, I'm like, I ain't saying shit, but it's going crazy. So then I'm like, all right, now let's really kind of write down and really write. Like, I didn't know what to do when I was coming up with my first song. I was just chanting. Now I'm really taking the time to really write, to really go on my phone and just write every lyric down. So I mean, it's so great when you go back to your old skits and your old videos and see like, yo, I really, but back then it was fun too. And I never want what I do to become a job or work. I want to have fun in that. So yeah, every day I'd be like, oh my God, I really did that. And I didn't make no sense, but it was fun doing it, you know? So now I'm like growing in writing, understanding more about what I'm doing, and not just really putting out things so quickly, really like making sure everything's complete. Back
One
then
thing,
I was ready to put everything out, and it did make sense.
and I can see that one thing that's like really like that's huge now with social media, as far as your song can just blow up overnight. And I just feel like, how do you feel like the industry has changed as far as 10 years ago to music now?
It has changed definitely drastically. Now we have the influencers making a song pop. You know, shout out to Shiggy. He made Drake Shakiki, do you love me? You know, so I mean, back in the day we had to sit outside and wait for casting calls and give your music out to LA Reids and all these things. Now LA Reid is following us and we're getting signed on the spot, you know. And it's a good and a bad thing, because when you sign an artist that you have no clue about, you sign them so quick and they don't make the charts and they don't make the sales, and they're just doing it off that one momentum video. No, you really need to you need to look and see if this is the right avenue you want to go to sign an artist. And it's also artists that's been working in this game for 10 years, they don't even get looked at. They need a chance. But it's also some people like myself that have been working, that people don't know that I've been working from young in pageants, going to casting calls in plays, playing instruments, that I've been working. So if LA Reid signed me tomorrow, I'll be grateful, because I know I've been wanting this opportunity. But the world don't need to know that. Just know I've been working.
Right.
Yeah. So it has changed. It has changed drastically, because again, I have so many emails about artists sending me their music to dance to make it pop. It's like, y'all really depending on me to make that shit hit #1. Y'all better put another beat on it, because
grind out a little bit harder. But then
right.
artists that you dream about working with or possibly can work with in the future, maybe on a booty squeeze remix. Can I get a little insight on that?
Definitely Missy Elliott, a Trina, a light skin Keisha, Cardi B, the baby, Lil Baby. You know, I like artists that are out and just working and still working. Like Trina is still working, Missy Elliott is still working. She just dropped her new song, Cool Off. Like, so I like fun people that's just willing to just have a big imagination like myself.
That's crazy. Like the baby,
Megan Thee Stallion, her, yeah.
Oh, that would be a crazy link up. Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
Please make that happen this summer. Please,
right, exactly. We got to.
So what's next for Miss Pretty V?
All I gotta say is keep watching that TV screen. We up. We gonna keep going. I've been doing this for 3-4 years, and we just been growing crazy. And it's so much more to me that I want the world to see. So y'all just stay tuned.
Absolutely. So this is an HBCU page, of course. So the last question for you is, do you have any advice for any HBCU students in the media right now, or entertainers that's on the come up? What's some advice you can give them?
Keep going. Keep staying hungry. Be consistent on whatever you put your mind to. If it's to be in the music world, the arts, film, TV, comedy, just be consistent. Be determined. You yourself, you're a journalist. So you have to continue to keep on current events. You got to be on what's happening in the news. You got to know what artist is hot. You got to know what is happening with CNN and just different things. I don't know what journalist you're trying to, what avenue you're trying to go with it. Is it entertainment or is it news? But just letting you know, just be consistent and be determined, and just know a delay is never a denial. And if you get shut down at one door, another door will open. So just always know, write it down too. Kind of write a list down to figure out what avenues, what you want to do, what the list is, how can you get this done. And I promise you, God gonna work it out. So you just stand fast and hold fast, and it's gonna get done.
That's absolutely. I really appreciate the words of encouragement, and that means a lot to me.
You know, you look like Tyreek off Power.
I heard that at All-Star Weekend because I did All-Star Weekend with Floyd, so I was like, I came on stage and I think they thought this one was. I was like, no, but
no, sis, you give me Tyreek. I'm like, that's Power.
But I appreciate you for coming up here. Please stay tuned with us. I mean, anytime you're at NCAT, definitely let's tap in. Let's talk.
Yeah, I definitely want to tap in. So where are you guys located? Where's HBCU Plus?
Well, he's out of Fort Valley, but I'm just like the host for the page, so I'm not in North Carolina A&T, so he's out of Fort Valley.
Okay, so either way, we'll link up. Y'all have my PR's information.
Okay.
Let's get some stuff done, and I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, y'all. That was Pretty V. This is In the Spotlight, and we're doing this each and every week with our HBCU influencers. It could be alumni. It could be you. It could be you. It could be you. Make sure that you follow us. Make sure that you tap in with us. And just tell us all the great things that you're doing in the community right now. I am CDK on the mic. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. This is HBCU Pulse.